Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. So I thought I would show you here some of the OMAS celluloid. That the majority of this is my collection, except for one, and this one that is the exception is this old one that is on loan to me from John Foy at St John's Pens. Now the rest are they are all OMAS Arco. Not necessarily made by OMAS. I'll go left to right, but the majority of these are Arco Verde or Arco Brown. And then we have a OMAS Wildside here. So from left to right, we'll pick up the OMAS Wildside material. Now, this is an Armando Simone Club Bologna Extra, and this is the Wildside material, which was originally from OMAS, and you can see here it has these lovely veins going through it. Now this pen is made by ASC. They bought up the remaining rod stock, as I understand it, from the now defunct OMAS, and this is the Wildside material that you did see on some of the OMASs, like the OMAS 360, and this is a stunning material. And this is a material that I really do like. It's a very deep dark black material with these like white veins, almost like a greyy greeny white vein that runs through the material, and you can just see that here. It is absolutely amazing. And this is one of the pens I have in my collection, and I'll show you here. This is inked up. It has a number 8 size Magic Flex nib, and this is a pneumatic filler. Now I will show you what a pneumatic filler is, but I am not going to fully put it into action. You basically pull out this pneumatic filling tube, and you'll notice that there is a hole here on the end. And the idea is, what you do is you put your finger over the hole, and then you push this plunger down, you let your finger off, and then it sucks up. It creates a vacuum and sucks up the ink into the pen. So I'm clearly not going to put my finger over that hole when I push it down, because it's going to eject ink out everywhere. So that's the first one. Now these are all ASC Bolognas, these pens here, and I got 4 Arco Verdes, and this material is absolutely stunning. I like the Arco Brown a lot, and I started off with Arco Brown, but I really have started to like the Arco Verde more, and I was really glad that I was able to add this to my collection. You can just see here how that material sparkles there. It is absolutely stunning. This Arco material, again, is very limited in quantity. There have been a number of pens made from this more recently by Armando Simone Club, and prior to that it was pretty much all of OMAS pens that were made. There have been some rod stocks that have been bought up by other companies, and just a few pens made here or there. And again, this is a pneumatic filler, and this has a number 8 size nib that you can see there. It's a lovely, gorgeous Magic Flex nib. Now this one I have never inked up, and if you know me quite well, you will know that I need to ink my pens up. So there were 4 of these Arco Verdes that I purchased, and 2 of these are not inked up because I think that at some point I will probably sell them. So these are not inked up, but I have tried to write with them, just doing a dry write test. You could do a water filling test if you wanted to. Now this one has a rhodium coloured nib on it, even though it's still an 18 karat gold Magic Flex nib. And you can see the difference here really between the two the gold, the yellow gold here, and then the rhodium trims, and obviously that follows through to the nib as well. And then these two here I have inked up, and these are again ASC Bologna Extra Arcos, and this one is currently inked up with a green ink from Ackerman, and this ink is Ackerman Bezuiden Woodgrawn, and it's a lovely sort of a mid to dark green ink that I really do love. You can see there, this Arco material is really stunning, how that just captures the light there. So these Arco materials I really do like. And then there was this one as well, which is again a rhodium trim that I have here, and this one is also inked up. So the two of the four that I have inked up, and this one I did have a green ink in here, but I have now inked it up with a red ink, and again it's got a Magic Flex nib there, 18 karat gold, which basically is like a medium nib. It's a very wet nib, but again you can see how this Arco Verde material really is lovely. It's a green, silvery green type effect that you have going on there. But prior to getting all of these five, I had purchased the Arco Brown here, and this is again a lovely. Now the Arco Brown tend to shine a lot more. And again, this is an ASC Bologna Extra Arco in the brown. And again, made by Armando Simone Club. And this is inked up. It's inked up with a brown ink at the moment. It's inked up with Ackerman SBRE Brown, which is a lovely shade of brown that I really do like. And again, like these nibs are pretty much all medium nibs. I've heard some people say that they're fine nibs. I find that they write more like a medium nib to me. They're very wet, have a little bit of flex to them, or quite a bit of flex to them, I would say. But they are a really nice nib. The nibs are made by Bock for Armando Simone Club, and they have ebonite feeds. Now this pen is another special pen because this is not my pen. So as I mentioned, this is a pen that is on loan to me from John Foy at St John's Pens. I met up with him at the UK Southwest Pen Show in February 2019, and he gave me this proposition of reviewing one of his Oldwin pens. So this is actually the same OMAS Arco material but in an Oldwin, and you'll see here the lovely Oldwin name, and you'll see here the Arco Brown, and it's a lovely brown. Now the difference with the Arcos are, and I'll show you this nib first. This is an Oldwin nib, but the difference with these Oldwins are they are cartridge converter. So if I remove this, you'll see here the converter, but you'll also see how these threads and the gap there almost disappear in that material. It really matches up very well. And this is a lovely size pen. I do like the cigar shaped pens. I have an ASC Ogiva there, and I really do like these. So you can see it side by side in comparison that this Oldwin is actually quite larger than the Ogiva in terms of girth there that you can see. And this Ogiva Arco is actually again made by Armando Simone Club, ASC, but prior to that OMAS had made them. And again, this one, this has a medium nib on it there, and it's a frosted nib, an OMAS original nib, I should say, with an OMAS feed. But again, it's a cartridge converter. and it has an OMAS converter there. It's branded OMAS. So this I do like, and this actually was my first Arco, actually. I was just trying to think which one was my first Arco. This was my first Arco, and I liked it so much that I then bought the Arco Brown Bologna, and then I bought the this Milord, OMAS Milord, and an OMAS Paragon, and then I bought the Wild Side, and then pretty much the 4 Verdes. And then I have this OMAS Milord, and as you can see here, this is a faceted pen, and this is a pen that I do love, that it has this lovely Arco effect going on here, but the facets I think bring out the Arco a little bit better for me. So I do love this. Now this is a piston filling pen. If I unscrew it, you'll see here it has the OMAS nib there, and you have this like nut that goes on here, faceted nut, and it's a piston filling pen. So I love this. I find it's actually very lightweight and very good in the hand. So for me, I do love this OMAS Milord, and it's actually, although it's not an extra flessibile nib, it's actually quite flexible. And then I have this OMAS Paragon in the Arco Brown, and this is a little bit smaller, but you'll see there again, this Arco material is absolutely stunning. And if I unscrew that again, this is a piston, and it's a proper OMAS, and it has an OMAS broad nib, whereas the Milord has an OMAS medium nib. And I love this pen, and there you go. It's a beautiful pen. So these really are some of my OMAS celluloids. I do have a lot more. These are my only Arcos, and this one is John's, and then this one is a Wild Side. So I just thought I would show these off to you today. I'm sure I'm going to get some more Arco in months to come, or years to come. I do love the Arcos. They are really lovely pens. And I also find that they write good, whether or not they are the OMAS pens or the Armando Simone Club Bolognas. So it's just a pen that appeals to me. So here it is. These are essentially my OMAS Arcos. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye bye.